problem sometimes is that we can't tell the difference between a good fight and a bad fight. So let's talk about the latter. What does a bad fight look like within the context of our Christian faith? A bad fight is what we are involved in whenever we start quarreling over minor or petty issues, things that can divide rather than build up the body of Christ. Sometimes these petty things are really about pride, insecurity, or maybe a desire for control rather than love or truth. As a rule of thumb, if it is all about winning or losing, then you can be sure that it is a bad fight. It is also a bad fight when you see someone trying to weaponize their faith for their own power or status, whenever faith becomes a tool for dominance, exclusion, or self-righteousness, then it has ceased to be a good fight. Anytime you are fighting without love, you are in a bad fight. If you are in a quarrel that is liable to destroy a relationship, then you are in a bad fight, and you need to stop and bring love into the equation. In order to recognize when you are being drawn into a bad fight, you may need to ask yourself whether or not you are fighting against the wrong enemy. As Paul once said, our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. So not really individuals then, but against the spiritual forces of evil that bring darkness into our world. Fight that. And finally, you will know that you are engaged in a bad fight if it is creating despair, bitterness, or arrogance within you. If so, then you are losing the battle. Faith, hope, and love are what fuels the good fight. A good fight is always anchored in truth and expressed in love. It is aimed at redemption, not destruction. It is fueled by hope, not fear, and it is waged with humility, not pride. If that doesn't describe the fight that you are in, then run away and don't come back until you get your head and your heart straight.